I'm Valeria, and this is how I went from moving from Mexico at the age of 12 to earning my college degree. This is my story. Something that really motivated me through like my whole housing insecurity experience was that I knew that it was gonna end one day. Every day I woke up, I was like, this is gonna end. A day closer, like to ending this. So that really motivated me. I was born in Arizona, so I lived here for 5 years. And then prior to going into kindergarten, I moved to Mexico. So when I was around 12, I decided to move back to Arizona because I wanted to pursue a higher education. And I knew I had better opportunities here. My mom, well, she couldn't legally live in the country. So that's why I moved here by myself. I had to couch surf between like my grandparents and like one of my aunt that was willing like to take me. I would have to help like my grandparents translate a lot of things. Like whenever I had to go to a doctor, whenever I had to enroll in school, it was really tough because I was a 13-year-old. I didn't know stuff. So it was really traumatic, I would say, in a sense. But at the same time, I would try to cope with it, just being busy all the time. I was in honors classes, I was in extracurriculars, I was doing sports. I knew if I didn't do good in school, I wasn't going to be able to get out of it. Because in my head, I was like, that's the only way I can be stable and like secure housing for 4 more years and then I can figure it out. People wouldn't tell me to my face, but I would hear people saying that, oh, like my mom didn't do a good job raising me because she was a single mother, or that I was going to get pregnant at a young age and I wasn't going to do school. Not that it's a bad thing, I just wanted to break that stereotype around my community. This past May, I graduated from the University of Arizona. I double major in physiology and Spanish. I was able to get a full ride with housing included. So I was able to secure housing for 4 years while I was in school. After graduating, I was no longer eligible to get housing. So it took me a couple months to actually get in the field. A lot of employers are looking for experience, and I didn't have experience. I didn't have time to work while I was in school. I had a part time job, but I couldn't work full time. That's when my second time experiencing housing insecurity began. I'm really involved with Youth on Their Own. It's the agency that supported me throughout high school. So that's how I heard about direct cash transfers. I work with them as a youth consultant. They were trying to figure out like recipients, and I was helping them recruit when all of a sudden ironically, I happen to be really housing insecure at the moment. Thankfully, they really supported me and were able to guide me through the steps and talk to me, like trying to find creative ways of just keep me housed. And they were really patient with me because a lot of other agencies that are strings attached, like you have to repeat yourself many, many times, and it can be really traumatizing, like reliving your same experiences over and over and over. I remember that I applied for SNAP benefits about 5 times and I was denied every single time, despite that I was in need. And when I asked for clarification or answers, I never received any. So the process was just really frustrating and it required a lot of paperwork, transportation, repeated applications, and it was just a really traumatizing and frustrating experience for me. But compared to DCTP, the process was really straightforward. They didn't require any paperwork, there was no strings attached, there was no barriers, no checklist to meet. They just trusted my word, and that's all it took for them to support me. Trust young adults, they know better. Young adults know better. We all know what's better for us. And having that support, it's really life changing. And not only like financially, but also the support that DCT brought. Just meeting people that were going through like similar situations as me made me feel like I wasn't alone in this process. And there's a lot of other people around the world that are probably going through the same situations as me. And it's always good to talk about it. It's always good to have that support system. And it's always good to have someone that believes in you. I believe my housing insecurity experience really shaped the person who I am today because I was really independent at a young age. I'm really passionate about helping the underserved populations. such as the homeless, Spanish speaking communities, youth on their own specifically. So I'm really motivated, envisioning myself being that provider and being able to provide for them and understand their own experiences, because I feel like there's a lot of need. That's what keeps me going every day.